When talking about the legendary history of ancient China, people often think of the prosperous lands of the Central Plains, where dynasties followed one another. However, in a remote place in the southwest, surrounded by high mountains and large rivers, there is a land that was once a powerful cultural, economic, and political center. Ba, a precious gem hidden in the deep forests and mountains. Ba is the common name for two ancient lands, Ba and Thuc, corresponding to the eastern and western regions of today's Sichuan province. Thanks to the terrain of mountains connecting mountains, rivers crossing rivers, this place was once considered a rugged land to access, isolated from the outside world, but very rich in development potential. Therefore, Ba was known as Thien Phu Kai Quoc, a country blessed with prosperity by heaven. One of the things that makes Ba unique is its colorful mythological culture. The ancients believed that the inhabitants here once possessed a civilization different from the Central Plains, as demonstrated by extraordinary archaeological discoveries such as the Chengdu relic site, where giant golden masks, strange bronze statues, and unusual artifacts were excavated, leaving the whole world in awe. These artifacts not only blur the line between reality and fantasy, but also raise many questions about a once highly developed culture that suddenly disappeared like a shadow. Not only is Ba-Shu prominent in culture, but it also leaves a strong mark on political and military history. During the Three Kingdoms period, this place became the center of Shu Han, founded by Liu Bei with the assistance of the genius Zhuge Liang. Under their hands, Ba-Shu was not only a solid rear base but also the source of heroic feats and strategies that went down in history, such as borrowing the east wind, empty city plan, or capturing Menghuo 7 times. During this period, Ba-Shu was not only a territory but also a symbol of loyalty, intelligence, and indomitable will. If ancient Ba-Shu was famous for its rugged mountains and isolation from the Central Plains, then today's Ba-Shu is a convergence point of sustainable development and traditional culture. Chengdu, the soul of the land of Shu, is no longer a closed ancient citadel, but has become a modern urban area, known as the most livable city in China. High-rise buildings, modern metro lines, and innovative urban ecosystems exist next to small alleys, ancient houses, and quiet tea houses, creating a harmony between the past and the present. Today's Ba-Shu retains the same gentle and charming beauty as ever. Mother Nature still favors nature here, from the vast fertile Sichuan Valley to the misty Chongqing Mountains, from the giant Panda Park to the winding rivers around the city. It is no exaggeration to say that if nature is a painter, Ba is his picturesque landscape painting. In the heart of the fertile Sichuan province, in the heart of the ancient Ba land, Chengdu is a modern city and a living museum, preserving the quintessence of history, culture, and people through thousands of years of development. Coming to Chengdu is coming to the flow of the past and present. From the first steps, visitors will easily feel the solemnity and antiquity of a land that was once the capital of Shu. Wuhou Temple, where Zhuge Liang, the most brilliant strategist in Chinese history, is worshipped, is still there, mossy and solemn. Right next door is Jinli Ancient Town, where the colors of the Three Kingdoms period seem to flow back in each curved tiled roof, each small alley quietly hidden under the bright red lanterns. There, people stroll through an ancient memory that is still alive with every breath. Stepping into Wuhou Temple, We seem to be returning to the past, lost in an ancient space with unique traditional architecture. The curved tiled roofs, the elaborately carved wooden pillars, and the vivid reliefs tell stories about a heroic era. Every small detail in the temple exudes solemnity and respect, filling people's hearts with emotion. Wuhuoxi is an architectural work and a place to preserve the spirit of Zhuge Liang, sharp intelligence, loyalty, and strong will. Under the cool shade of green trees, visitors can feel the breath of history and the profound beauty of traditional culture in the quiet space. Wuhuoxi not only attracts history lovers but is also an ideal stop for those who seek tranquility amidst the modern pace of life. Visiting here, you will admire a unique architectural work of art and have the opportunity to reflect on the lasting values of intelligence and personality. In the journey to explore Chengdu, Wuhuoxi is a destination not to be missed, a place to preserve the sacred soul of a heroic era and an endless source of inspiration for those who love Chinese history and culture. Although it is a big city, Chengdu still has a relaxed, quiet atmosphere, as if this place does not follow time but creates its rhythm of life. In the tea houses by the lake, people can easily see the image of older adults sitting, drinking tea, listening to Peking opera, playing chess, and chatting amidst the rustling of leaves and the gentle breeze. Life here is not rushed, it invites visitors to slow down, feeling every moment with all their senses. Not stopping at the ancient features, Chengdu today is also the leading economic and cultural development center in the southwest region of China. High-tech zones and modern architectural works blend with ancient heritage to create a new and familiar appearance. Chengdu does not abandon the past, on the contrary. It connects the past with the future, and from there writes a new story called Modern and Ancient. Not only is it an entertainment attraction, but the park also plays a role in educating the community about nature conservation and raising environmental awareness. It is an ideal destination for families and those who love wildlife. The number of pandas, the largest in China, and the incredibly close, lively, and cute level make the park a tourist attraction. Visitors will easily encounter a panda lying on its back munching on bamboo shoots, or a baby bear crawling across the grass like a lively cotton ball. Especially in the morning, when the pandas are most active, you can admire their climbing, playing, or even falling to the ground and rolling around innocently. Children and adults cannot help but laugh and take out their cameras to record every melting moment. If you've ever been fascinated by the image of a lazy panda munching on bamboo shoots at Chengdu Panda Park, prepare for your next trip to the majestic and sacred Mount Ma, one of China's most famous Buddhist mountains. Leaving the cool green space and lovely moments at the park, the journey takes you to the rolling mountains, where nature blends with profound Buddhist culture. Mount Ma is only about 150 kilometers from the center of Chengdu, and the trip lasts about 2 hours by car or bus. When you arrive here, you will admire the ancient temples hidden among the lush green forests. Hear the bells ringing in the mist, and explore the Buddha Peak, where the famous pure gold Buddha statue is located. In particular, those who love nature can choose the beautiful trekking routes, winding through streams, waterfalls, and rich vegetation. Mount Ma is an ideal destination to experience tranquility and peace, immersing yourself in nature while learning about the long-standing Buddhist culture. The journey from Panda Park to Mount Ma will bring you the perfect balance of emotions, from sweet and cute to majestic and profound. For those who love Jin Yang's martial arts novels, when mentioning Ma Mountain, they often think of martial arts sects. However, few people know that this place is also considered the holy land of Bodhisattva Samantabhadra, a mountain with beautiful natural scenery. Ma Mountain, also known as Dai Quang Min Mountain, is in Sichuan province, China. This mountain is located west of the Sichuan Basin in the direction of the Qinghai Tibet Plateau. With an altitude of 3.099 meters, this place is one of the 4 great Buddhist mountains, along with Wutai Mountain in Shaanxi, Juha Mountain in Anhui, and Puto Mountain in Zhejiang. UNESCO recognized Ma Mountain as a World Heritage Site in 1996. Ma Mountain is incredibly majestic and beautiful, like a precious gift from nature. With its endless green scenery and special fragrance from herbs, this is genuinely a majestic land. However, conquering Ma Mountain is not easy, as you have to travel hundreds of miles to the top of the mountain. This requires patience and excellent mountain climbing skills. Recently, to help tourists experience Ma Mountain more easily, China has built a cable car system, assisting people to enjoy the beauty of the Sea of Clouds and many other memorable scenes. According to ancient legend, this is also the mountain where a martial arts sect that has gone down in Chinese martial arts history originated, the Ma sect. This section only has female practitioners. Until now, no one knows whether the Ma sect exists, only knowing that in Kim Dung's martial arts novels, Ma is one of the most famous sects in the martial arts world, with many talented and beautiful female sect leaders. As one of the 4 great Buddhist mountains, Na Mi Mountain has 26 temples and pagodas welcoming visitors, including 8 typical temples and pagodas: Bao Quoc Temple, Phúc Ho Temple, Tien Phong Temple, Ban Nine Temple, Kim Din Hua Tang, Tanam Kak, Hong Zan Bin and Tai Tuong Tri. Each temple has a majestic and peaceful appearance and is home to masterpieces of Buddhist art, such as paintings, reliefs, and Buddha statues. Na-Mi Mountain attracts thousands of visitors every year. This place is often described as a paradise, favored by nature with a perfect combination of clouds, mountains, and forests, and the beauty of Buddhism. The different heights on the mountain range create a unique scene for Na-Mi, making visitors feel the mystery of the surrounding fog and the dreamy space in the sunlight. The journey from the foot to the top of the mountain will bring an exceptional experience with 3 different climates in the same place. Mount Ma is often called Ma's most beautiful mountain, due to its high terrain and scenery. Not only that, the Buddhist 4 Great Mountains have about 26 temples and shrines. Among them, Wannian Temple on Ma stands out with its unique architecture, especially the tallest statue of Bodhisattva Samantabhadra in the world. Made of gilded bronze, it is a must-see attraction when you visit Ma. The Golden Summit and the Golden Buddha statue of Bodhisattva Samantabhadra are symbols of Mount Ma. If you go to Mount Ma without visiting it, you are considered not to have truly experienced it. Mount Ma is proud of many scenic spots and temples on this mountain peak. A perfect harmony between nature, heaven, earth, and human wishes. The gilded statue of Bodhisattva Samantabhadra here is 48 meters high, with many faces facing 10 different directions, as if to absorb the spiritual energy of heaven and earth, observe the world, and save all living beings. Van Phat Din, or Van Phat Din, is one of Chinese Buddhism's 4 most famous peaks. From Kim Din, you can see Van Phat Din to the west. This is the highest point in the Ma mountain range, reaching an altitude of 3,099 meters above sea level. The name, Van Phat Din, comes from the proverb, where there is Samantabhadra Buddha, 10,000 Buddhas are around, corresponding to Kim Din with the statue of Samantabhadra Buddha. Next to Van Phat Din is the place where Van Phat Pagoda is located. This pagoda is 21 meters high, and on the roof of the pagoda hangs a solemn bell. Usually, the bell will run 108 times a day, expressing the wish for peace, prosperity, and eliminating anxiety. Praying towards Kim Din to Buddha Fa Hin and ringing the bell at Van Nine Pagoda will help the souls of visitors to Na-Mi Sun become more peaceful. Qingyan Pavilion, also known as Qingyan Tower or Woyan Temple, is located in the Ma mountain valley. Although a small temple, its architecture is stunning, representing Chinese Buddhism. Inside, the temple worships Sakyamuni Buddha, Manjushri Bodhisattva, and Samantabhadra Bodhisattva. This place is also famous for 2 streams, Black Stream and White Stream, flowing through. At the foot of the temple, you can find a heart-shaped rock, called Niushin Shi, meaning a big buffalo. Wannian Temple is located 1,020 meters above sea level, built during the Eastern Jin Dynasty, 317 to 420, and was initially called Puxian Temple. The scenery here is always green all year round, especially in autumn, when the foot of Mount Ma is still warm and the mountain peaks have begun to be covered with snow. This place becomes the most beautiful check-in spot in Mount Ma, with the maple leaves turning bright red, the fragrant laurel flowers blooming, and the rippling surface of Ba-Shu Lake. Bao Guo Temple includes the Mountain Gate, Maitreya Temple, Dai Hung Temple, That Phat Temple, Fa Hin Bodhisattva Temple, and the Buddhist Scripture Storage Building. This temple is located right at the entrance at the foot of Mount Ma. This is where critical Buddhist activities and rituals are often held. This temple was called Hoi Tong Duan from the Ming Dynasty and was later renamed Bao Guo Temple when Emperor Kangxi ascended the throne. Here, you can see the porcelain Buddha statue from the Ming Dynasty, the 14-story bronze tower, and more than 4.700 images of Buddha stored. Deserving of its reputation as the world's #1 scene, Mount Ma always attracts all visitors, making them not want to leave once they come here. Looking down from Kim Din, you can see a vast, immense landscape, with mountain ranges and clouds overlapping in an endless space. The clouds around the mountain are like white ocean waves crashing onto the shore, creating a scene that can wash away all worries and sorrows, leaving people with a sense of serenity and peace. In addition, coming to Ba-Shu, you will admire a diverse and unique flora and fauna ecosystem, one of the top in Asia. There are at least 242 types of high-level plants and more than 3.200 species of trees, accounting for about 10% of the total number of plant species in China, along with more than 100 rare and special plants that only exist on this mountain. In addition, Ba-Shu is also home to more than 2.300 different species of animals. This place is like a vast, vibrant, and attractive vegetation, attracting tourists passionate about exploring nature. Ma Mountain is truly a destination not to be missed for tourists who are passionate about natural scenery and want to find a peaceful place to purify their souls. With the Ma Mountain Travel Guide, we hope you will come here once to experience the most wonderful beauty. My video will stop here. I hope to see you again in the next videos. Goodbye and see you again.